Every trade you take is driven by two forces, fear and greed. They sit on opposite sides of your mind, constantly fighting for control. One tells you to stay safe. The other whispers, just one more. Together, they are the invisible hands that destroy more trading accounts than bad strategies ever will. Let's start with fear. Fear is ancient. It's hardwired into your brain for survival. It protected your ancestors from danger, but in the trading world, it's your biggest enemy. Fear makes you hesitate when opportunity appears. It makes you close trades too early. It makes you doubt your analysis, your system, and even yourself. Have you ever seen your setup appear perfectly, yet you couldn't click the button? That's fear. It tells you, what if I lose? Fear magnifies risk and minimizes opportunity. It feeds on past losses and turns them into present hesitation. You end up watching trades move exactly as you predicted, but without you on board. And deep down, that hurts more than losing. Now, let's meet its twin, greed. Greed is the opposite side of fear, but it's just as dangerous. It starts small, maybe win a few trades, feel confident, and then something shifts. You increase your lot size, you skip risk management. You hold a trade longer because you want just a bit more. That's greed taking the wheel. Greed feels like power, but it's poison disguised as confidence. It tricks you into thinking you're unstoppable. It makes you forget that the market doesn't reward arrogance, it punishes it. One greedy trade can erase a week of discipline. Hear us the truth. Fear and greed are the same emotion in disguise, the fear of missing out. Fear says, what if I lose? Greed says, what if I miss out? Both are driven by attachment to money, to being right, to control. And when you trade with attachment, you stop following logic. Professional traders understand this deeply. They don't try to eliminate emotions. They learn to manage them. They use rules, structure, and process to stay centered when fear or greed appears. Because no matter how experienced you become, those feelings never fully disappear. You just learn not to listen to them. Let's break them down. Fear manifests in 3 stages: hesitation, avoidance, and panic. Hesitation is when you doubt your setup, you overanalyze and miss the entry. Avoidance is when you stop trading after a few losses. You tell yourself you're protecting capital, but you're actually avoiding discomfort. Panic is when you exit too early, turning potential profits into small wins or losses because you couldn't handle the uncertainty. Now greed also comes in stages: overconfidence, overtrading, and denial. Overconfidence makes you think you can't lose. Overtrading pushes you to chase every move on the chart. Denial keeps you holding losers, refusing to accept the truth because you just know it will turn around. Sound familiar? Every trader has been there. The key to breaking free from fear and greed lies in one word: control. Not control of the market, but control of yourself. The best traders don't react to price. They respond to structure. Their actions are pre-planned, not emotional. Here's a pro tip. Before every trading session, remind yourself, I don't need to trade. I only need to execute my plan. This one mental shift changes everything. It removes pressure and puts you back in control. Fear thrives in uncertainty. Greed thrives in overconfidence. Discipline lives in balance. Here's how to conquer fear. Accept risk before you enter. Know exactly how much you're willing to lose and make peace with it. Once you accept risk, fear loses its power. Follow your plan mechanically. Don't trade based on emotion. Trade based on confirmation. Detach from outcomes. Your goal isn't to win every trade. It's to execute flawlessly. And here's how to control greed. Set take profit targets and respect them. When price hits your zone, get out. Limit your daily trades. The best traders know when to stop. Celebrate discipline, not profit. Reward yourself for following rules, not for random wins. Another powerful technique is journaling your emotions. After every session, write what you felt, fear, confidence, greed, or hesitation. Over time, you'll see patterns. Maybe you overtrade after wins or avoid trades after losses. Awareness is the first step to mastery. Here's a story. A trader once told me, "I used to think the market was my enemy. Then I realized it was my mirror." Every emotional weakness you bring into trading, fear, greed, impatience, the market exposes it. The market doesn't test your strategy, it tests you. When you learn to control fear and greed, trading becomes less about predicting and more about reacting with clarity. You start to see losses as data, wins as confirmation, and emotions as noise. But here's the trap. You can't eliminate emotion entirely. You're human. Even professional traders feel fear when drawdown hits and greed when they're winning. The difference is they've trained themselves to pause, to think, to breathe. Trading isn't a battle against the market. It's a battle against yourself. Your goal isn't to win every trade. It's to win against the parts of you that sabotage your discipline. Next time you feel fear, remember, hesitation is expensive. And next time greed appears, remember, discipline pays better than luck. Every trade you take is a reflection of your psychology. If you can control your emotions, your account will follow. But if emotions control you, no strategy can save you. The most consistent traders aren't the most skilled. They're the most centered. They've learned that in trading, clarity beats chaos. So when you open your charts tomorrow, don't just ask, "Where's the market going?" Ask yourself, who's in control, me or my emotions? If you can answer that honestly, you've already won half the battle. Disclaimer: this content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Trading involves significant risk and may result in the loss of capital. Always use proper risk management and never trade based on emotion.